Okay, next dish we're gonna do is gonna be cast iron shrimp with some tomato sauce and feta cheese. We're gonna finish with a little bit of basil. So, I have a nice heavy-duty cast iron pan. What I'm gonna do now, well, two things. You can do this directly in the oven, or if you have a Tuscan grill where pull your fire in front, put the Tuscan grill, you can do this on top. I'm gonna take this cast iron pan and I'm gonna place it right in the oven, okay? And I'm gonna start getting that nice and hot. So while that's heating up, what I'm gonna do is take a can of tomatoes. You can buy crushed tomatoes, you can buy whole tomatoes, whatever you like. And I'm gonna put them into a bowl. I'll get a glove on, and then I'm just gonna hand crush them. Make sure when you're crushing whole tomatoes, you keep them underneath the puree or the liquid. This way it doesn't splatter all over you. You can put them through a mill if you want. You can chop them by hand, however you like it, just so that it's nice, pieces up and nice and chunky. I like this dish. So I have my tomatoes all set. I'm gonna let the cast iron pan sit in the oven for one more minute. While I'm doing that, I have a pound of clean deveined shrimp tail on. You can remove the tails if you want, if it makes it easier. It's up to you. I have my chopped garlic, some olive oil, salt and pepper. Okay, so now I have my cast iron pan nice and hot. I'm gonna remove it from the oven. I'm gonna put it on the table. I'm gonna get a little bit of olive oil in here. And I'm gonna sear off my shrimp, okay? All right, we got a nice sizzle. Just gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper in here. I'm gonna go right back into the oven. All right, so I'm part cooking the shrimp. I'm not cooking them all the way. I just want to get a little bit of sear and a little bit of color on them. So I have the shrimp in the oven for about 75 seconds. I'm just gonna take them out and check them. Turn them over real quick. Beautiful. Getting a little bit of color on them. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna put it back in front of the fire. And this I'm putting right next to the fire. Okay, so we have about 1.5 minutes total cook time on these in a nice hot pan. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove them from my cast iron pan, just set them off into a bowl or a plate. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more olive oil into the bottom of my pan. And then I'm gonna take some fresh chopped garlic. I'm gonna put that in. Just a little touch of olive oil in here. And then I'm gonna just put the garlic in for a minute. Just remember, it'll burn quick. So I'm gonna put the pan in with the garlic for 1 second just to get a little bit of color and cook on it. Okay, I got my garlic in. About 20 seconds. I'll just stir it up. So we have a sizzle. Now we're gonna take our crushed tomatoes that we hand crushed, pour them away from you, and right into the pan. Take a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Take my spoon, stir it up nicely. And then with that, I'm gonna take the pan and put it back into the oven to cook my sauce. Okay, so now we have the sauce in the oven. We're gonna let it cook. We're gonna let it cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. So it's been in there now for about a minute. I'm just gonna take it out, stir it, just check it, make sure it's not burning, it's bubbling up nicely. And then I'm gonna put it right back in. Again, this one I have right in front of the fire, so we're gonna let that sit in there and get nice and hot and cook it in. And then we're gonna take it out and we're gonna put our shrimp in there. Okay, so our tomato sauce now cooked for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna take it out, check it. Nice and hot and bubbling, ready. I'm gonna take my shrimp, I'm gonna add it right back to the tomatoes. I'm gonna take a little bit of Feta cheese. You can use goat cheese if you want, but a nice salty cheese is good for this dish. I like the way the flavors come together. Then I'm gonna take the pan, put it right back against the fire. So we have the shrimp in the oven for about 3 minutes. We're gonna pull it out. Beautiful. Place it down. So we'll take a little bit of fresh basil, sprinkle it on the top, and then we give it a little bit of olive oil to finish. So what you want, you can serve it in here, you can take it out, serve it in a dish, you could serve it over rice if you like. We'll take a little bit of fresh baked focaccia bread, serve it in there. That's it. Shrimp, all set. 1, 2, 3.